Never heard anything like this.
All kinds of stories out there. When one woman started to question how her HOA board was spending money, she let Joe know what happened next. Investigator Joe Ducey is here to explain. These things get really dicey over really silly things sometimes.
And like you said, we're going to get a lot of emails. Oh, I want to say off the top, there are probably a lot of great HOAs out there. I don't hear about those. I hear about these. I hear about the HOAs giving violations to people who park in the street, or HOAs that won't allow certain paint colors. But this one is different. Watch what happens after one woman begins her own investigation into how her fees are being spent.
Let the record show that we have a record.
And I thought, what is going on?
Are you willing to?
A regular HOA meeting at Superstition Lakes condominiums in Mesa turns ugly.
What are you trying to accomplish with all this harassment? Trying to destroy the community that you live in?
I do too.
Hey, help! Call the police!
Turn that
Call the police! 911! Call 911! You touched me! You touched me! I was frightened. They had kept my husband out of the meeting, and I had no idea what was going to come next.
How did a calm community get to this point? Money. Kathleen and some other condo owners here thought they were being hit by meaningless violations and not told why. So they turned the tables and they requested financial records from the board. What'd you find?
Oh my goodness. This is what I saw as we were going through.
Once they started going through the piles of receipts, invoices, and account listings, they say they started to notice some unusual purchases, all of which they say were reimbursed with HOA money to board president Michael Cassidy.
They bought laundry detergent and almonds and vodka and baby wipes and just about every time they bought air fresheners.
Kathleen says she couldn't find any of these items were used by the HOA for the benefit of the condominiums.
We found out that the president turned in receipts for items that he purchased in New Jersey.
Not to mention the restaurants.
Old Chicago's for $79, P.F. Chang's for $100, On the Border $85, O'Sullivan's $73, more Old Chicago's $116.
He was reimbursed for those. And
one of the biggest thing was we saw $640 to the salt cellar for the annual meeting, and there's 3 board members.
Kathleen says she has a receipt from one restaurant showing $121 spent on alcohol. These condo owners say they didn't get notice of the meetings, and the meetings could have been held in their clubhouse.
And he has turned in other receipts and been reimbursed with no proof that he actually paid those bills.
Like this invoice from Park Pro. Cassidy was reimbursed $591 from HOA funds showing he paid the company for gate repairs. But the company later showed they never did the work. The receipt was just an estimate.
We don't know where our money is.
In all, the homeowners say they found Cassidy had been personally reimbursed by the HOA a grand total of $38,000 in just the last 2 years. After trying to vote the board out with this petition, which the board largely ignored, Kathleen testified when a fellow homeowner decided to take them to court.
Good morning, we will be on the record.
In court, Cassidy and his lawyer fought the allegations and explained many of the reimbursements, but continued to deny my request for an interview.
Hey, Mr. Cassidy. It's Joe Ducey with ABC 15. Hi.
What about all the restaurants you've been eating at and the thousands of dollars spent there? Is that a good use of HOA money? Can you tell me that? Were you using any of this for your home in New Jersey? That's what, as the records seem to indicate. He only referred me to his lawyer, who denied my request again. But Kathleen and her fellow homeowners aren't stopping now.
It's a rogue board, and they're dangerous.